this is actually the first of the many episodes of GH Talks.
Yes, Hazel, GH Talks aims to provide relevant topics ranging from finances, investments, personal development, and life in general. And of course, you.
So for today, Patty, we will be talking about healing. And yung healing that we will be dealing today is not about the healing from our physical hurts.
Yes, that's correct, Hazel. Kasi ang healing naman madaming forms. So,
Yeah, that's
healing
true.
from loss, like loss of a dream, loss of passion, loss of inspiration, loss of relationships.
Of course, Patty, and syempre, let us not forget, since we're in a memorial industry, also loss of a loved one. Pero syempre, not limited to people that we cherish. So this could also be a loss of a pet or other things that we hold dear. And to help us understand and navigate more about this healing journey, we have invited a very special guest for all of our Kaibigans.
Yes, he is a motivational speaker, a life coach, inspirational content creator, and a podcast host.
And to further expound, he is a Spotify exclusive podcaster, a motivational speaker, a viral content creator, and a life coach for 3 years now. It has been his passion to help people evolve their mindset and be a better version of themselves. Biruin mo, he has a total of 1.7 million TikTok followers with 18 million content likes. So, without further ado, let us all welcome Mr. Alec Cuenca.
Thank you. Hi, guys. Good afternoon to everyone here. I'm so happy, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here right now, and also for allowing me to share my insights and my experiences to each and every single one of you. I really love and I really appreciate the introduction, and I just want to say that I really agree with you in personal development. Kahit na saan yan, it really begins with healing, and healing can take in a lot of forms. It can be from a loss of a dream or a loss of someone that we love, and therefore it's really essential that we talk about how can we actually heal our hurt or the pain that we're feeling right now. So yeah, can I share my screen so I could start? Ayan. Okay lang naman no share ko yung screen ko. Okay lang naman. Ayan. Okay. So again, good afternoon to everyone who's watching. I'm very grateful that you're here taking the time to learn more about healing, because healing again is essential to every single one of us here today. And so for today, before we actually start, I just want to ask, how's your heart today? And if you're watching right now on our Facebook live stream, or if you are in your chat box, I want to ask you, how is your heart today? Or kahit hindi nyo siya i-type, I want you to take a quick look or just take a quick reflection on how are you feeling today? How is your heart? Kasi minsan, hilig nating, pag tinatanong tayo, when people ask us, how are we doing? Sabi natin, yeah, we're okay, we're fine. But really, when was the last time that you checked on your heart and ask yourself, how is your heart today? And in learning that and in answering that question, we get to actually deep dive on our emotions, which is a very essential step in healing the hurt that we're feeling. And so I want to talk about the different principles and the different ways that we could heal our heart, right? Because of course our heart is our center of emotions, and it is by far the most powerful organ that we have, not our minds. You know, some people think that our minds are very powerful. Yes, you can read books, you can develop your mind, you can train your mind, but if you're not taking care of your heart, everything that you're going to be doing is going to be empty. Which is why it's important to take a quick look on how is our heart, right? And our heart is one of the it's the most powerful organs. In fact, when we're born, it's the first thing that actually is formed. So it's much more powerful than our heart, than our minds, and therefore we need to take a quick good look on how is our heart, and if there is pain, there is hurt, we got to learn how to heal it. And so I remember when I was growing up, there were I did a personal development program in a few weeks ago, and we were asked to really write down how our life looked like when we were a child. And then the journal that I wrote, or the thing that I wrote, is basically divided into two parts. First, ang daming magagandang memories. There were so many good memories. And then on the other hand, there were also a lot of really sad memories. But I realized, as a child growing up, our default approach in life is that we're curious, we're excited, we love people, we don't judge, we care about other people. And this is because our heart is really open to giving and receiving emotions that we have. But then, as we grow up, dumadami ng dumadami yung mga bagay na nananakit sa atin. Life will throw us problems. Life will give us problems. And we would think that this is actually our truth, na ganun pala ang buhay, masakit pala ang buhay. So what happens is we become scared. We become scared that our hearts, we become scared of the hurt. Kaya ang ginagawa natin, pinoprotektahan natin yung puso natin. We build up a wall. We build up a wall around it, trying to protect it from the hurt. But one thing that I realize is that when we grow up, it's not only us protecting us from the hurt. Pag tinatago natin yung puso natin na hindi na makaramdam, ang iniisip natin na pinoprotektahan natin siya sa sakit, hindi natin namamalayan na pinipigilan din niya itong ma-experience yung saya na pwede nating ma-experience sa buhay. We don't realize that the more we try to cover our heart and guard our heart, the more that we hinder ourselves from experiencing the joy that we were meant to experience. And so I want to share with you the 3 principles of healing, okay? So let's start off with number 1. To heal something, you must feel that thing. To heal it, you must feel it. And if you want to heal something in your life, you must be able to just experience that kind of emotion. Because the truth is, we are all human beings, and we are all really made for experiencing the whole range of our human expression. There are three ways that people deal with pain. Pag nasasaktan tayo, pag nahihirapan tayo, when we feel a loss, when we want to heal from something, merong tatlong paraan that people heal ourselves. The first one is we numb ourselves. We numb the pain. We don't want to feel the pain, so we numb ourselves. Whether it's with alcohol, whether it's with drugs, whether it's with smoking, whether it's with all these other things that makes us feel good at the moment, para makalimutan yung sakit, para hindi natin maramdaman yung sakit, so we could numb ourselves from the pain. That's one way to a lot of people experience this, and I did this as well when I was growing up. I had a lot of times where I would try to heal the hurt, try to heal the pain from using different ways to numb myself. And the second one is avoidance. You would try to do something to fill up the time, to fill up the hurt that we're feeling, whether nilulunod natin yung sarili natin sa trabaho, whether natutulog tayo ng sobrang dami, whether we're watching series after series after series, and just trying to forget that there is that pain that exists in our hearts. But the problem is, when you do the first thing and the second thing, when you look back, you'll still feel that akala mo wala na yung pain, pero paglingon mo, andyan pa rin pala. The pain is still there. The hurt is still there. And so the third way to actually deal with the pain that you have is to heal it, is to feel it, is to just sit down and allow yourself to feel that emotion that you're healing. If you're sad, then feel sad. If you're hurting, then feel the hurt. Because in order for us to heal it, we must feel it. Imagine that our emotions are just like clouds. It's going to go up in our heads and then it's going to pass away. But a lot of us, we don't want to feel that. We don't want to see that our emotions are clouds. Yung iba tinatambayan pa yung mga emotions natin. Pero if we give it time that we just feel it, ma-realize natin that it will pass. Because just like everything, it will pass. This too shall pass. Sabi nga ng isa sa mga favorite quotes ko. This too shall pass. And does that, and so does your pain. And so does your hurt. The second principle of healing is that if it's hysterical, it's historical. Meaning, if you get triggered by something, then that just means that it's a sign for you to heal it. Okay? It's a sign for you to heal it. Meron ba tayong, na-experience ba natin na minsan out of nowhere, may mga kaibigan tayo, may family members tayo, bigla na lang nagbo-burst out, bigla na lang nagwawala, hindi natin alam kung saan nanggagaling yung galit. Usually, sabi nga ni Carl Jung, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to understanding of ourselves. The reason pala why people are overreacting, it's because they're feeling hurt and they don't know what to do with that hurt. Right? So if it's hysterical, if the reaction of a person is hysterical, then it's historical. Ibig sabihin may meaning yan. May kailangang i-heal dyan. Okay? The third one, sorry. Ayan. The third one is unexpressed emotions can cause unexpressed potential. This is where I feel like it's going to hurt you in the long run. If you don't learn how to heal your hurt, if you don't know how to heal your pain, then this is going to be very, very hard for you. Because if you don't heal it, you will never really step up to what you can achieve in life. You can never really step up to what you can have in life. And so understand that unexpressed emotions can cause unexpressed potential. Baka kaya hindi natin nakukuha yung mga gusto natin sa buhay. Baka kaya hindi natin naaabot yung mga gusto nating maabot. It's because may mga bagay pa tayong hindi na-express, hindi nalalabas sa puso natin, hindi na-heal sa puso natin. Sabi ni Sigmund Freud, unexpressed emotions will never die. They are burned alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. So be there for yourself and express your emotions because it will never go away. You gotta understand that every person goes through the same thing. Everyone here feels pain. Everyone here feels hurt. And we have all the capacity to heal it through feeling it, through acknowledging it. And I'm just going to share that with you guys in a little bit. But what happens if you don't heal your heart? What happens if you don't prioritize healing? The pain and the hurt that you're feeling, the grief that you're feeling when you lose someone. What happens if you don't heal that? What happens is, aside from the unexpressed potential, we're going to build resentment in our hearts. And if we have resentment in our hearts, dun na papasok yung galit na pwede nating maramdaman sa mundo, kay Lord, sa sarili natin, resentment sa paligid natin. And then, it's just gonna hurt us in the long run. And not only that, pag hindi natin na-express yung nararamdaman natin, and when it turns into resentment, it can even cause a war. Kaya nagkakaroon ng mga gera, ng mga away dito sa mundo is kasi maraming taong nasasaktan at hindi nila alam kung paano ilabas yung sakit na nararamdaman nila. Kaya nilalabas nila yun sa galit. Kaya maraming misunderstandings na nangyayari sa buhay natin, na mga relationships na hindi natin na naaalagaan kasi may mga bagay tayong hindi hinihil sa sarili natin. Right? You will never have a great relationship moving forward if you don't know how to express the hurt and the pain that you are feeling right now, because you'll always bring that and lalabas yan in the relationships and in the next things that you're going to do in the future. So make sure that you take the time to heal yourself, to heal your heart. So let me share with you 3 steps or a couple of different tips to heal your heart. The first one is awareness. Any kind of healing, any kind of moving on, any kind of change in your life, any kind of transformation in your life begins with awareness. Pay attention to whatever triggers you. It shows you what you need, what needs to be healed. A lot of people, they don't like triggers. For me, triggers can be translated into something good. Because when you're triggered, pag na-offend ka, pag nasaktan ka, it's a sign that the world is telling you that you need to heal this part. Posible ba na walang sakit na meron sa puso mo? Posible. Posible bang masaktan ka pero walang bigat sa puso mo? Posible. Ang problema, hindi yan nauubos. Problems will never end. But the suffering, it's always an option. So when you want to heal that, when you want to change that part of yourself, you need to pay attention to it. And you need to give it attention. Because sometimes that's all it's asking. Pay attention to what triggers you, because that will give you a direct line on what you need to heal. Okay? Once you're triggered, you have an opportunity to heal. A lot of people, they don't want to be triggered. I trained myself. And especially in mga unang parts, hindi naman ganun kadali. Right? It's always going to be a process. But let me tell you one thing. My life became so much easier when I learned na pag na-offend ako, pag na-hurt ako, pag nasasaktan ako, this is an opportunity for me to heal. And when I heal, I become better. I become happier. Okay? I'm gonna share with you here, this is called an emotion circle. Karamihan ng tao, when they feel hurt, when they feel pain, when they feel down, they don't really know what they're feeling. Karamihan ang alam natin, I feel sad. But I want you to become aware on what emotion you are actually experiencing. What kind of emotion you are actually um, feeling right now. Are you sad? What kind of sad? Are you discouraged? Are you depressed? Are you hurt? And if you are hurt, for example, you are hurt, how hurt? Are you injured? Are you deflated? If you're depressed, are you bleak? Are you despondent? Or even so na you can just proceed with you feel hurt or you feel depressed. Now you become more specific with what you're feeling. Or if you're angry, let's say you're angry. What kind of angry are you? Are you offended? Are you insulted? Are you feeling mocked? Are you feeling violated? Are you outraged? If you can pinpoint what kind of emotion that you feel, mas madali siyang i-heal. If you can't name it, you can't heal it. So you gotta name what you want to heal first. Saan ba nanggagaling yun? Ano ba talaga yung nararamdaman mo? Okay? So look at this circle. You can search for this on the internet if you feel doing so. But in dealing with grief, kailangan alam mo kung ano ba talaga yung nararamdaman mo. So you can now learn to go into the second part, which is expression. And I know a lot of people have a hard time expressing themselves because there's this stigma around grief. There's this stigma around hurt, around pain, that it's bad. No, it is not. It's a part of a human emotion. And being human means that you're able to express or to feel or to experience the full range of human emotions na pwede nating ma-experience. You can experience being happy. You can experience being sad. There's not a good emotion. There's not a bad emotion. They're just emotions that we feel from one point in our lives. That's just it. So the second step, after you become aware, na I need to heal this. I lost this. That's why I feel depressed. I lost someone that I love. Now I feel hurt. Now I feel alone. It's easier for us to heal that because now we're aware. And so what we need to do next is to express ourselves. How do we express that hurt? How do we express that pain? One thing that I really apply in my life right now is I do meditation. Every single day I do meditation. Whether it's a 10-minute meditation, nauupo lang ako and I just sit with myself and I allow myself to be in that silence and to listen to what my heart is saying. You know, a lot of people don't like meditation, but nung una, I was very resistant din. Ano ba yung meditation na yan? But when I did this, I realized that this is just an action allowing me to listen to myself and listen to my heart. And now, if you're aware of that, now you can express it. And how do you express it? Okay, before that, I want you to understand that if you don't express it, you're basically resisting that kind of emotion. Once you don't express your emotion, ang mangyayari, papatong lang siya ng papatong. Papatong lang ng papatong. Pansinin niyo yung sakit na naramdaman niyo, pag mas pinatagal niyo pa siya, mas masakit pa yung mangyayari. Mas masakit pa yung mararamdaman niyo. So suffering equals pain times resistance. Now, pain is something that we cannot remove in our lives. Pain is constant. It will always be here. But can we reduce resistance? Yes. If we learn how to say that it's okay not to be okay. When we say it's okay not to be okay, we don't resist. We allow ourselves to experience the emotion, to express that emotion, and therefore the suffering will also decrease. To be human is to express the whole range of your emotion. Tao ka. You have the right to feel the whole range of emotions, to feel sadness, to feel hurt, to feel pain, to feel depressed. It's okay. It is okay because you're human and that's normal. What's not normal, of course, is if you stay there for a very long time. Kaya one of the best ways para maka-move forward ka na, para maka-move on ka na from that, is to express it. And how do we express it? Two ways. Okay, first is we write it down. If you're not doing journaling yet, try it. If you're hurting, then try to write it down. Because when you write it down, it becomes not a part of your system anymore. It becomes away from you. And it's here, it's on the paper. It's not inside of you anymore. Nasulat mo na siya. Okay? The second one is you talk about it with more people. I believe that burden shared is burden halved. Again, burden shared is burden half. So the more that you talk about the hurt that you're feeling to other people, the more na mas mawawalan siya ng sakit dito sa loob. Naranasan niyo na ba yun? When you share something with people, lalo na kapag nagkikwento ka lang ng sama ng loob, parang gumagaan yung pakiramdam mo. Kahit hindi mabigyan ng solusyon, may tao lang na makikinig, ma-share mo lang sa kanya, gagaan na yung pakiramdam mo. So that's how you express yourself. You either write it down or you talk about it with someone. Okay? Now, when you do that, when you share it with other people, or when you write it down, another tip that I can give to you is that you just you rip it off. Okay? When the hurt, or you can fold it and then you hide it away. Para alam mo na yung pain na yan, part yan ng buhay mo, na experience mo yan, pero nakatago na siya. Nandun na siya, wala na siya sa'yo. Or kung galit yan, pwede mo punit-punitin. Pwede mo sunugin. It depends on you. But you need to have a physical interaction with expressing your emotions. Hindi lang yung i-express ko lang siya. Okay? Write it down or talk to it with people. And the third one is letting go. And this is the hardest part of all. If we want to heal from our grief, then we need to learn to let go. How do we let go? It really begins with acceptance. And sa mga taong nakaka-experience ng grief quickly, there are different stages where you could deal with grief. Merong term doon is DABDA, right? D is denial. First stage yan. Second is second, third, fourth, parang nag-i-interchange yan. A is anger, nagagalit ka sa mundo, nagagalit ka kay Lord, nagagalit ka sa sarili mo. And then B is bargaining. Parang ako na lang, what if ganito, what if ganyan, sana ganito na lang, dapat ganito na lang, dapat ganyan na lang. Right? And then depression, you feel very sad, you don't want to go out, you don't want to eat outside, you just want to be alone. And then last one is acceptance. And in acceptance, that's when the real progress of healing really starts. Because when you accept it, you let it go. Na maybe this is what not maybe, when you accept where you are right now, you understand that this is where you exactly need to be. The past does not exist anymore. The future is uncertain. You'll never know what's ahead. But you're here right now and this is your situation. Marami sa atin nasasaktan kasi na iipit tayo sa what if. What if ganito? What if ganyan? What if hindi nangyari ito? What if hindi nangyari yan? But the truth is, it did happen. And it is your reality right now. And the earlier that you can move on is dependent on how early you can accept na ito na ang sitwasyon mo ngayon. Masakit, yes. Pero minsan may mga bagay na wala na tayong magagawa at kailangan na lang natin siyang i-let go. And when we let go of it, the second thing na pwede nating idagdag ay maging grateful. Ang grief po, hindi lang po ito para sa mga namamatayan. Para din sa mga, I don't know, for example, you break up with your girlfriend or your partner. Instead of feeling that hate, na bakit ganito yung nangyayari, fill yourself up with gratitude. Be thankful of the time that you spent together. Be thankful for the lessons that you shared together. Be thankful for the memories that you created together. Because when you do that, now the feeling of hurt is replaced with gratitude. Pasasalamat. And gratitude is one of the highest energy-giving emotions that you can feel. So acceptance and then gratitude. Always remember that pain is like, this is you allowing transformation to happen in your lives. Alam niyo po pag yung caterpillar, nagcocoon siya, hindi po siya nakaparang bakasyon doon. What happens with the caterpillar pag nasa cocoon siya is nahihirapan siya, nasasaktan siya. But he has to go through it. Kasi that's the only way that caterpillar becomes a butterfly. Through the pain, through that hurt, through that hardship, through that struggle. But after that, the breakdowns will become your breakthroughs. The struggle will become your strength. And the pain will become your purpose. Last thing that I want to share with you is to just understand the concept of surrender. Na may mga bagay talaga na wala tayong control. There are some things that we don't have control over. And we just need to surrender to it. Because there are things within our control and outside of our control. And our main task is to really distinguish ano ba yung magagawa ko. At kung wala na tayong magagawa, i-offer na lang natin siya kay Lord. I-offer na lang natin siya sa mundo, sa buhay. And we surrender. It's not surrender na suko na ako. It's surrender to the now, to the what is. Surrender that there is a purpose for this hurt, for this pain. Surrender to the fact that this will make sense if you just give it time. And so give it time. And trust the process. Trust the process of healing. because healing requires practice and patience. Healing is a journey. Healing is a process. Hindi po siya darating sa point na healed ka na. No. Healing will require patience because it's a process. So trust the process and understand that healing requires practice and patience. Lastly, the heavier the baggage, the longer you need to work through it. So kung medyo mas mabigat yung kailangan mong i-heal, medyo mabigat yung grief na nararamdaman mo, medyo masakit talaga yung nararamdaman mo, give yourself some time. Don't pressure yourself. You're always kind to others, so this time, be kind to yourself. So start healing today. Again, my name is Alec Cuenca. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak here. I hope I gave you some insights where you can use your healing journey. If you have any more questions, my Instagram is Alec Cuenca, and just send me questions so I can help you out with that. So thank you so much, GH Talks, for allowing me to speak here and to invite me on your show.
Thank you, Alec. So, I hope you all learned something new today. Grabe, Patty, that was one heck of a talk, diba, with Alec. So it's really comforting to know that you're not the only one in this planet who experiences these kinds of, emotions, hurt. So, ayun. I was really surprised din nung sinabi ni Alec na pay attention to what triggers you, di ba? That's very true to me. So, syempre, pag nati-trigger ka sa isang bagay, di ba, you tend to veer away or ina-avoid mo siya. Kasi nga nati-trigger ka, ayaw mo magalit, ayaw mo mabad trip. Pero yun pala yung first step ng healing, no? So, let's just think na para siyang yung pag may sugat ka, di ba? Pag nasasanggi, masakit. So, kailangan, isipin natin kung ano yung nakaka-trigger sa atin. What about you, Patty? What are your takeaways?
Wow, gusto ko yung yung pag nasasagi yung wound, masakit.
Oo,
Pero
diba?
actually, that's true naman. Tama ka dun, Hazel. Pero yung whole talk ni Sir Alec, I don't know where to start actually. Nag-note ako actually. Nag-take down notes ako nung takeaway ko. Pero parang all he said, as in everything I absorb. Pero siguro yung one thing na talagang nagstay sa akin is to heal it, you must feel it. So, really need to acknowledge yung nararamdaman natin. Kasi, hindi natin malalaman kung anong nararamdaman natin kasi sinasurpress natin siya, di ba?
Yes.
And sabi nga ni Sir Alec kanina, ang mga, tayo kasi mga alala ng mga babae, di ba, pag merong na-experience, let's say, breakup, mas feel natin mas nalalabas yung true feelings natin, di ba, pag kausap natin yung mga friends natin. Di ba, sabi nga niya, parang, burden shared is burden half, di ba?
Yeah.
So, gusto ko yung mga pinag-uusapan yung mga ganyan. Siguro, last na lang din siguro, Hazel, is healing takes time, di ba? So, it's really a process. So, hindi dapat minamadali yung healing, di ba? So, sabi nga niya, pag mas malaki yung load mo or yung burden mo, it will take time. Pero it doesn't mean din na pag maliit or simple lang yung burden mo, mas madali mo siyang mag-get over. So, healing takes time. So, let's all take time to heal ourselves from whatever loss that we are experiencing right now. So, ayun.
So, if you have, sa natin, mga nanonood natin sa Facebook Live, if you have topic suggestions that you would like us to cover, you could comment down below.
Yes, and we will try to consider it on our next episodes.
Pero syempre, before we end, let's check in naman with our live audiences kung ano ang key takeaway nila this afternoon. So syempre, kung may key takeaway tayo, dapat may key takeaway din sila, di ba? So okay lang ba yun, guys?
Mukhang may nag-raise na ng hand, Hazel.
Oo, ayun o, nakita ko nga, nag-raise na ng hand.
Si Miss Shane. Oo. Mukhang merong gustong i-share sa atin si Shane. Hi, Shane!
Hi everyone, good afternoon. So mag-share
Afternoon.
ng key takeaway ko this afternoon. So for me kasi, healing is actually good for ourselves kasi mas magiging light or magaan yung everyday life natin. And we will know that we are healing when hindi na tayo masyadong nagalit dun sa person na nag-cause na sakit or trauma sa buhay natin. So sabi nga ni Alec, pain is constant. So healing is something that we all need to go through for us to be bigger, for us to be wiser, for us to be braver and stronger. So ako kasi yung first step na ginawa ko for me to heal is first is to forgive myself and forgive others that hurt me and caused me so much trauma in life. So and I think healing helped me minimize all the negative emotions inside me. So, sabi nga ni Alec, healing is a process. So, take it day by day. And of course, when we are healed, we will have more energy and things and magagawa natin yung mga things na gusto natin sa buhay. And I will pray for everyone's healing and always trust the process. And thank you to Alec Cuenca. Your podcast and motivational talks help me so much to keep going in life. Ayun. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Shane.
Thank you, Shane. Ayan, meron pa ba
So,
tayo nakita nag-release ng hands, Hazel?
ayan. For our next sharer, may we call, ayan, nag-raise ng hand, si Nico. Hi, Nico.
Hi, ma'am. Yan. Hello.
Yan, we can hear
Ayan.
you.
So, if,
Hi.
yun nga. Feeling ko nga kasi yung talk kanina ni Sir Alex is between me and him lang eh. Parang wala nga kayo sa eksena eh. Feeling ko, nakikipag-usap siya sa akin personally. Feeling ko nagkakape lang kami sa coffee shop. Kasi tamang-tama talaga siya sa akin. Ngayon, then siguro lang, may isi-share ko lang kasi syempre in 27 years of my existed in this world. Correct. Then, na-experience ko yung maraming loss na. You know, I experienced a lot of loss na. A loss of parents, loved ones, even pets, a loss of dreams, and even a loss of myself, you know. Yung way ng pag-deal ko sa mga loss na yun before, it's run away with it eh. Takot akong yakapin yung tunay kong nararamdaman. Takot akong maramdaman yung tunay na pakiramdam ng mga ganong eksena. Pero yung with the help of, yun nga, sinabi ni Sir Alec kanina, na somehow you have to embrace what you really feel. You have to feel all of that pain. Kasi, syempre, tao lang naman din tayo. Siguro ang key takeaways ko doon, simple lang. Sometimes, it's okay not to be okay. Yun kasi, yun yung challenge eh. Yung challenge, especially if you are a breadwinner, if you are the strongest person sa circle mo, or sa family mo, sometimes kahit hirap ka na, you have to stand strong. Kasi syempre, ayaw mo rin na maapektuhan sila. But somehow, hindi siya nakakatulong kasi pinapatch up mo lang yung mga pain or tinatago mo na yung tunay mo nararamdaman. At nagsasabi nun is ikaw lang din. Diba? Parang, kumbaga may halim tulad ko siya sa sugat na pag nasugatan ka, yung blood yun, pipigilan mo magdugo, ipapatch up mo ng band-aid or kung ano man. Pero somehow, mas maigi pala na you have to let the blood flow. Kasi mas madali siya mag-heal pag hindi siya natatakot. So yun, simple lang, sometimes it's okay not to be okay. Hindi ka pwedeng matakot sa tunay mo nararamdaman. If you are, kailangan mo lang hanapan ng magandang outlet or kailangan mo lang hanapan ng magagandang tao na handa makinig sa pain mo. So yun, tao tayo eh.
Yes. Thank you,
Yun
Nico.
po. Thank
I
you
really
so
liked
much.
it. Oo, I really liked it when you said na parang nakikipag-usap sa'yo directly si Alec nung
Yes,
nung
ma'am.
nagto-talk siya kanina, di ba?
Kaya hindi nga ako nag-on cam kasi baka umiyak ako. Yes.
Okay.
Okay po, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Nico.
Let's ask for last one. Last na share natin, Hazel. I can see TY. Hi, TY.
Hi.
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear and see me clearly?
Yeah.
Yes,
We
we
can
can.
hear you.
Thank
All
you.
right then. So actually, I love what Alex shared a while ago about surrender. So actually, tama parang we only have the now. So the past is gone and we really don't know what the future holds. So kasi if we think about the future too much, so we get anxious, and then when we dwell on the past, we get sort of depressed and go into self-isolation and regret. So again, so we only have the now. And actually incorporating it with what our mentor with what our mentor shared to us before. So you could actually tap into yourself. So actually we all owe it to our Lord, no, to Jesus, to Him. So we actually have the power to tap into it anytime we want. So whenever we feel like um there's too much of everything going on, so share ko ba kung paano. But yeah, actually you could do that. So and it has been helping me really. So I just recently learned it 2 weeks ago. So just really feel the moment, and then everything will really just disappear. I mean, all of the anxiety, all of the overthinking. So yeah, you could do that. And thank you for the reminder, Alec, for surrendering actually. Thank you so much for making this possible, Golden Haven.
Thank you, TY, for sharing your thoughts. Yan. Surrender na, guys. Di ba?
And let's all start healing today.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for this afternoon, Hazel.
Yes, Patty. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. To our audience in Facebook and here in Zoom.
Yes, we hope you appreciate and learn something from our talk. Tune in to our social media pages to be updated with our next episodes.
Yeah, and once again, thank you and have a safe journey to healing. So, bye, guys. Bye.
Bye. Happy weekend.
Yeah, happy weekend.